Are you scared?
Hello? What's your favorite scary movie?
All right. Settle down, everyone. Settle down. We have a lot of different personalities here talking all at once, and you all need to shut up because it is I, Mr. Malave, aka Matthew Malave, and welcome everybody to the Flickbook Horror, the podcast for the non-average movie goer. And we have a doozy here today because we have identity. Yes, that's right. We're talking identity. But before we get into it, I am joined by my panelist, of course. First, my tag team partner of podcasting. I'm talking about Tommy James, the smooth effect himself. What's up, buddy?
Hey, Mr. Malave. Hello. Very excited to talk about this movie. I haven't seen it in a while, and I remember really enjoying it. Obviously, knowing the twist kind of ruins it, but it's okay in that sense because it's such a great cast. This cast is fucking awesome, and this movie gets a little hate that I think is a little stupid. Like, you know, when you see people like really shitting on him, like, oh, it's a stupid movie. No, you're a stupid person. You should go fuck yourself. This movie is really, really good.
So what's up, guys? So I agree with everything that you're saying. Oh, this is marvelous, Marvin. And I actually didn't hear any hate about this movie, and this is why I brought this movie up, because I actually loved it. It fucks with your head. And a lot of the times when you can't decide, like, I mean, when you're watching a horror movie, you're like, this is stupid. I know what's going to happen. With Identity, I was like, when I first watched it, I was like, where's this going? Oh, this is the bad guy. This is who it's doing. And then before you know it, they're like, nope, not it. It's like, oh, shit. Can't wait, guys.
Yeah, this has a 63% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yep, and a 7.3 on IMDb.
Which, actually, I would say 7.3 is not bad, but...
Yeah.
You know, and then you only got 79% of people on Google technically like this movie. I personally think it's better than that. Like, you know, from watching this, like, well, hold on. Let me tell you what Letterboxd says. The Letterboxd is the big one for all, like, the movies that everybody looks at. It's got a 3.3 out of 5.
Wow.
I would say that's pretty fair.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
But 68%, that's a little low.
Yeah, I agree. Well, Marvin just jumped right in there and introduced himself, which I like because you know what? He was the one who picked this movie because he was on this Flickbook season twice. So if you're on it the third time, you know death comes in 3. So you know what? We gave him a chance to pick a movie, and what a movie he picked. All right, so it was Identity for all you people who haven't watched it. It came out in 2003, directed by James Mangold, and it's starring a doozy of a cast. I'm talking about John Cusack, Ray Liotta, the late great Ray Liotta. We got Amanda Peet, and we have Prute Taylor Vince. Clea Duvall, who is also in a movie that we talked about this season, The Faculty,
she was,
which actually made it in the Flickbook. And we also have James Boosty. We have John C. McGlenelly. He's in
Cox.
ER.
He's in Scrubs.
He's in Scrubs. That's
Dr.
what I meant.
Cox.
Scrubs,
Dr.
not
Cox.
ER. My bad.
John C. McGinley.
Yes. There you go. John C. McGinley.
Yeah,
Alfred Molina. Alfred Molina.
Yeah, Alfred Molina.
We're talking about Doc Ock himself,
Yeah.
man. He's in this movie too. So what a cast! I'm telling you.
And there was like a little cameo, Reverse Flash. What's his name? Did you see him?
Reverse Flash.
Flash.
Matt Leshner from the Flash series.
Oh yes, he was one of the. Yes, he's right.
Like
yeah,
the doctors or something.
Yeah, he was one of the attorneys.
Oh, he was in he was in like the whole courtroom. He was one of those like lawyers. Or
he was an
doctors.
attorney. Yeah.
Good catch, Marvelous Marvin. Good catch.
Yeah, that's a pretty big name too.
Yeah, man. So what else do you know about this cast there, Marvin? Do you like all these guys? Know where they're from?
the main dude, right? Malcolm. I've seen him in a couple of things. He was in Constantine, right? Proof
Yep.
Taylor Vince. He was
Fruit
actually a
Taylor
lot more
Vince.
stuff than I thought. Yeah, he was in, I think, Stranger Things. I was like, holy shit! Like I was reading his movie credits.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Talk to me about Ray Liotta. He can't. You look at him. He can't. What other movie is he in?
You know what? My son, while I was watching the B movie,
He is in
he's
the B
in
movie.
Oh
that.
yeah,
He is in the B
Animated
movie.
in that.
Yeah, he is in the B
I
movie.
can't believe you don't know he's
Goodfellas, bro.
all right. Thank
Come
you.
on.
That's what I was
What kind of
looking
question
for.
is that?
Actually, really funny too. I want to throw it out there. We're watching the movie, right? So I'm watching it. Jen's watching it, and Ray Liotta. She's like, "Oh, it's sad and passed away." And I'm like, "Yeah, it's sad." And she goes, "Yeah, he was a really good fella." Not real. And I just looked at her and I gave her like that look, like, really? We're going that cornball route, and she just looks, what? And I'm like, he's a real good fella. I didn't even realize. Really? That's what most people go to when it goes to Ray Liotta. Like, ever since I was young, I always wanted to be a
I don't
gangster.
know if that was like I don't know if that was like her wanting to get a nice pat on the back or her just being an airhead.
That was an airhead moment. She didn't realize what she did.
Ah. Yeah. All right. There you go. Thanks, Jen. What John Cusack? I'm talking about like this was like a little different from him. Like this is a little different take from all the movies like he's been doing. And then I don't know where it's like a thriller mystery. Like, wow.
He's dabbled. John
I think
Cusack.
after this, right?
Yeah,
He did that Room something.
Yeah, the one with Samuel Jackson.
Room 187 or
Like
something like that.
1408 or 1403 or so. We got to do that one. That's a good one.
1408.
Yeah,
1408.
we got to do that one. That's a good one to have. Yeah, and then he does another bunch of like drama shit that came out a little late. He did one with Billy Bob Thornton.
He did this one, not seen too often, Con Air.
He did that. I love that movie.
No one's seen that one.
If you haven't
not
seen Con
too
Air,
often.
you should probably skip it because it's not for everyone.
You should probably skip it because you don't deserve it.
And John Cusack is literally named Vince Larkin in that movie.
Yeah.
What a great name.
Yeah. He did the debacle that is 2012.
He
was
did
in that one.
He's in a movie called The Grand Piano.
Wow.
He plays a sniper in that movie. So,
and of course, Hot Tub Time Machine.
yes.
Great Ride Buffalo. Great Ride Buffalo. I'm telling you, man, this is a cast. It's just.
What about
a lot of
Amanda
people-
Peet? Amanda Peet was in Saving Silverman.
That's right.
She plays a good bitch.
Yeah. Yes, Amanda Peets. Yes, Saving Silverman was actually a really good movie. You believe she's 50 now? It's crazy.
Still looks good, but she has that she has the perfect bitch face, like that resting.
Oh,
bitch.
yeah.
Like, I will fuck you up, and you believe it.
She played the whore in this movie. That's always good.
She did play a whore.
Yeah.
Which I didn't get, but
Yeah, right. She played a whore who didn't do whore things.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
So okay.
So she had morals, apparently.
Yeah, that's always good though. A good prostitute with morals. That's the person I want to pay for.
That's exactly the person.
You know what? You seem like a nice guy. I'd give you 50% off. Thank you. Now we can hug.
Great. Can we slow dance now?
I'll do that for free.
Aw,
What the
you're
fuck?
too good to me. You're too good to me. All right, so listen, we open up. We have a great cast, and we see them periodically get introduced into this movie, right? We open up to a whole bunch of like papers and like photos of like these killings, and we're like, what? All right, what are we getting into? And then we get introduced again to all these characters one by one slowly. And this setting is in a motel in the storm. It's a stormy night in a hotel, and it paints the beautiful picture of we stuck in this shit, bitch. You know what I mean? And I feel like it was a perfect setting. And then like when I first saw this movie, I was just like, okay, they keep going back and forth. I kept getting kind of confused on like, are they part of this? Are they not part of this? But it's the same day because it's raining. So it must be in cahoots. Maybe some people have other things to deal with it, but like this setting itself, if you had the bootleg tape, back in the day, you're not watching it because there's nothing to see.
It's a dark movie. Yeah, it's a very dark
really,
movie.
really dark. Really, really dark. So, Marvin, I want to know, like, the setting, how does it paint the tone for you watching this movie for the first time and for, the second time right now, moving along, or 50th time like me?
No, you know what? Tommy was right. It's been a while since I've seen this, so I couldn't remember exactly everything. I mean, I know plot points, but I remember, I was watching the beginning and when they introduced that family, and I'm seeing like they got the doctors all around too, like the cut, cut him back like different places. I'm like, all right, so I guess they're gonna be transporting this criminal at one point. And it's leading like, oh shit, this family's gonna run into the criminal. They're like in the desert, it's dark, it's raining. And immediately, like, you got the fucking the accident that happens, right? So I was like, oh yeah, I'm loving this. This is awesome.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
It's fucked up in the moment with the kid, at least in the beginning. But like how it's just like, everything's I'm like, whoa, this movie started off with a bang.
Yeah. And what I loved about it also is just like we see them come in, oh, we had an accident, and then it stops and then rewinds and it shows how everything happened.
It does that a lot.
It builds. It like builds up to how everyone meets each other. Like, and I thought that was like a pretty clever way to introduce us to all 10 of these personalities. You know what I mean?
We don't know that though.
No, we don't know that yet. We don't
know their personalities, where they're just like, oh, people. For some reason, that's all connected and can't, for some reason, leave the fucking town because it's a big ass flood, which pretty sure with that truck, you guys could have made it, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, how deep is that flood? I mean, it's still a street. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they could have swum across.
I would have walked across. You're wet anyway.
You didn't see Cusack tried to cross it and his fucking car went over. Like, it looked like a deep gorge.
Yeah, well, he had his car, I don't think would have made it. Most of their car, I do love that Amanda Peet didn't have a roof. So, like, she was just sitting there driving, getting soaked. It's just like, oh, fuck. That's what you're fucking pissed off about, bitch. You're soaked right now. Put the top up.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta put the fucking top up. But no, she's just being a whore. That's what it is.
She likes getting wet.
I get it.
Yeah, man. You know what I mean?
I get it.
So, all right. While getting into this, and like we kind of dabbled into it a little bit with starting it again. It's been a while for me too. I know when I've had the DVD of this movie and I've seen it a bunch of times, but it's been a couple of years. So, initial reactions starting this movie off. Did things come flooding back to you? And I want to know what. I'm starting with you, Tommy. Like, first initial reactions rewatching this movie.
I didn't remember most of it. I remembered the twist, that they are all his identities, and he's pretty much killing off each one to finally, get to one remaining. I didn't remember who it was actually, until it started going on, and I was like, oh yeah, now, okay, yeah. And this is one of those kind of movies that, if you've seen it, and I've seen it multiple times, but it's, like I said, it's been a while. Because it used to be on like TNT all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the movies we talk about for some reason are always on TNT or TBS, but this one was on TNT a bunch. And I remember sitting there going like, oh yeah. Oh, this person's in it. Oh yeah, that person's in it. And then you'll sit in there and you're thinking, because now you see it, you haven't seen it in so long. When they do like the backtrack, I started thinking, I'm like, damn, I think they're doing it too early. Like, I think it would have been more interesting, like, when John C. McGinley comes in and is like, there's been an accident. Instead of just going to the accident, it would have been more interesting to see the characters start coming into play and make it feel like no one's really connected. We don't need that backstory yet. And then all of a sudden, as they're sitting there talking, then the backstory comes into play, and then you start seeing the connection. And it's still really good because everybody in it is good.
Yeah.
I don't like John C. McGinley's character though, like as George, because to me it threw me off. He's not that kind of. He usually plays a fucking asshole. Yeah. So for him to be like that, like OCD weird fucking kind of father, where he's just like, and then we come to a stop and he's
narrating.
Right, he narrates his life, and all right, I'll just go and use the bathroom. I'm gonna be out here. Don't worry, I'll be standing right here, not going anywhere. And you're just like, he's annoying me. So if he dies, I'm cool with it. He gets a pretty cool death though, but yeah, initial reaction
He gets
though
run over.
fucking hard too. Like hard body he gets fucking hit.
And smashed into the fucking siding.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, again, it's still a really good movie, and it was one of those type of beginnings where you're sitting there going like, wait, I don't remember really what happens. Oh, as 10 minutes, 15 minutes pass, you go, okay, never mind, I remember. Okay, let's keep going.
Yeah, nice. Marvin, what do you think? Initial reaction?
All right. Yeah. So earlier you guys were talking about Malcolm's twitchy eyes and shit. And I was like, oh, but by the way, that's like an impairment, right? So with the narrating stuff, sorry to break it to you, but I've had students that do that and they're on the spectrum. So for me, I was like, oh, I'm at work. So I kind of took it as, okay, cool, they're showing this back in the day, 2000, what was this, 2003?
Yeah.
Yep.
I was like, representation, cool. But
from a murderer.
Yeah, really.
No, I'm talking about George.
Oh,
well, George isn't the murderer. Yeah, no.
The narrating. But I mean, anyways, I thought it was good. I like the way that they slowly introduced stuff. I didn't think they did it too soon. I mean, I felt like they were trying to push for you to think this is who the murderer it is. Because I mean, they kept pushing for like the slut, the whore. Like if you ever watch like serial killer shit, serial killers for some reason love killing hookers. So I was like, all right, who's the first person to start calling this girl a whore? The motel attendant.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So at first
Larry.
I was like, oh, he's probably it. And then as you keep going, you start seeing that other people start calling her whores too, right? Who else was it? I forgot who else.
Ray Liotta.
Well, Ray
called her a
Liotta
whore
did it, yeah. And
then
makes sense.
there you go. And then, up to the end, that twist, you're like, oh shit, he calls her a whore too. But I mean,
Yeah.
I was loving it. Like they keep like trying to, they show you just enough for you to think it's one person. And then it's like, nope, not that person. Like he's dead. How could it be him?
Mm-hmm.
I think in this, there's only really two characters that could have been, all right, three characters that could have been the killer. Jake Busey, who you immediately think is the killer. Then Larry.
Mm-hmm.
But then when they twist it, when it's like, oh yeah, Ray Liotta is actually not a cop, and you're like, oh look, here's the killer. There he is.
Towards the beginning, when Ray Liotta's changing, he's got like that hole in the back.
Yes, you see that in the back.
Blood, and then you're like,
Mhm.
wait a minute, like what's going on?
And then they
those
play it
little
off like
hints.
it's nothing. They will but they play it off right. They play it off like he's just like, oh, you're like, oh well, he's a cop. Maybe like Jake Busey tried to like shoot him or stab him or something. And you're like, oh no, that's not what happened. He's the one that did the stabbing.
Yeah, definitely. I have to agree with Marvin. I love the build up in the beginning. I didn't think it was rushed at all. I felt like it was a perfect time. Like they showed just enough of certain characters. Then they fast forward, like they rewind it back to John Cusack and the actress in the car, and then he's the one who ran over the chick. Like, you know what I mean? Then he like brings the other two people when he went to go get for help. And by the way, fucking John Cusack is a nice guy. He's a nice guy. He was helping the whole entire way.
Yes.
You know what I mean? He sold up the lady. Like he was really, a lot of people could have been like, you son of a bitch, and then or just keep driving away. But no, not John Cusack. He's a good guy.
Yeah, John Cusack is a very nice guy.
But no.
That was the one scene that kind of
but I love the beginning and
when he sews up her neck,
what,
bro.
that he
Like
kept helping?
no, that he sews up her neck. I was like, that's a neck injury. Shouldn't she be bleeding out?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well,
It was annoying. Like,
Can we all admit that John Cusack makes the best he's dead face?
Oh yeah.
Like
yeah.
John Cusack, and I noticed this because like when he comes out after Claire Duvall's husband at that point, 9 hours of marriage, but is dead, he comes out and it's just, it. He just makes that John Cusack face where it's just like, he doesn't have to shake his head, and it's just like, I'm sorry. Doesn't say nothing, and you just look, and she's like, oh, no, he's dead. Lou's dead. And you're thinking, no, that's John Cusack's acting skills. He has the best he's dead face. Like, I love it.
Yeah. No.
I do.
That's true.
I do. Best acting.
I think it's more because, like, even in Hot Tub Time Machine, right? He has that face, and no one died there. It's the face of
disappointment.
Holy shit!
He has disappointing facing.
Yes. It's the oh no, it's the oh no face.
Yes, he's the reason that little oh no. That's John Cusack's face. He is the
Yeah, I agree.
Somebody's
I agree.
been watching TikToks.
yes.
You know what?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's soaking everyone's mind now.
It works.
Fucking TikTok.
By the way, follow us on TikTok.
Fucking
The Flickbook.
There it is. Bang bang. I was waiting for the plug for someone to say it. Oh man. But yeah, man. So all right, we open up to that. Everyone starts coming into this hotel room, and then shit starts hitting the fan. Of course, the actress is the first one to go. She gets her head chopped off.
We knew we were having fun at that moment.
Yeah, at that moment it was just like, oh, first kill, head chop.
Like,
yeah,
it's that kind of movie. I'm cool.
All right.
That kind of movie.
You know what's crazy though?
You
know what's crazy about this? It's the fact that like we don't really see the deaths.
There's a reason for it.
Yeah, of course, because we don't know who did it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And you know,
but still, I really
weird.
wanted to see that head chopped off.
I was finding it weird that they kept calling Amanda Peet the whore, where the actress to me looked more like what I would consider like a hooker.
Sure.
Because I mean, in my experiences, like living out in Brooklyn, we had, I mean, Matthew probably knows about them. We had these two little old ladies, like the mother and the daughter. They were like old and wrinkly, and they're like boobs and hanging.
Yeah.
So like when I'm looking at this actress, I'm like, she's got these huge boobs. She's got like the cut, like the low cut shirt, the big fluffy hair, and I was like, you look more like the hooker than the other girl. The other girl looked normal to me, and then immediately that motel dude is like, you're a hooker, you're nasty, get out of here, filth.
And he said, "What did he tell? We don't rent to hookers
by the hour.
We don't. Yeah, we
don't
rent by the hour. Like, ooh, that's a good one.
First of all, she's not like she doesn't breed hooker all over her face. Like, you know what I mean? Like, how do you know? How do you know?
Clothing's normal.
Yeah, she was wearing. No, it's not like she was wearing short shorts or anything. She was.
Right. Or
she
like
was in pants
and like boots,
or like leathers. Usually see like that leopard print like shirt. Then when they always compare like hookers and shit, and you're like, no, I don't see that from her. She didn't look like that. I mean, again, Amanda Peet, rest in bitch. What happened?
A customer. He was probably a customer, and he knew her.
Well, they did know, they knew each other, because you see when he sees her, he like gives that face, and so the same with the other guy, Lou. Mm-hmm. It's like when he looks, he's like, oh, wait a minute,
open the door.
I might have fucked her. I might have fucked her.
No, she doesn't fuck. Remember, she doesn't fuck. She has morals.
That's right. Yeah, she has morals. They hold hands.
They hold hands.
I don't know what kind of
morals
she has. She was licking cake off of that hairy dude's chest earlier.
She was
pretty sick.
She also robbed him too.
Yeah. So there you go. Fucking whore.
Fucking Amanda Peet.
All right, so the actress is the first one to go, and then you see John Cusack's. She's dead eyes. And then
great face.
Great. I mean, it's beautiful. It's actually spot on.
There's no reaction though. He opens it up and he just looks and keep in mind he was like driving her, like he was supposed to take care of her, and he just looks and he's like, shit. And then that's perfect John Cusack face.
At first, when I saw that, I was just like, oh, he's way too calm. He fucking did it. He didn't care. He misdirections.
It's John Cusack. He's too nice of a guy.
Right. Who was the next one to go?
Lou.
Oh yeah, Lou. Lou fucking got it.
Yeah, he gets stabbed.
He was all mad, and we found out that that this chick lied to him.
She said she was pregnant.
And then Lou gets stabbed.
Whatever her fucking name. My friend told me you were with this person, blah, blah, blah. What are we, 15? And you're thinking, he's kind of got a point. Like, you're just going to go off of what someone, you were with this person? What are we, 15?
Yeah, I love that. Because it's true now. Us as adults, it's just like, yeah, man, what are you, 15?
Yeah.
You're going to lie to me that you're pregnant so we can get married?
Well, then I don't have to worry about that anymore. He got stabbed.
No, because she got it.
He got it, and then she got blown up.
She did get blown up. But we fast forward. She did get blown up.
Mm-hmm. She got blew up. But she wasn't there either.
But yeah, man. Yeah. It was almost like she was almost like one of those characters no one really cared about.
No, you talking about the bodies? Because when they blew up, Cusack was like, oh, they instantly cremated. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, no, that was just nonsense. That was just John Cusack being stupid.
Yeah.
John Cusack has his moments. Great faces, kind of stupid.
He is an airhead. He's an airhead, definitely.
He's still awesome, though.
Definitely.
It's John Cusack.
It is. I mean, it's John Cusack.
That's an acceptable answer, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, for sure. But then we get like a little fast forward, and
Wait,
then
did
like we see.
you skip Boosie's?
Oh, Jake Busey
I
gets a
haven't even
good
gotten there
fucking death, too. He's the third one, I think,
really
to go.
does. All right. Well, he is the third one. Yes. Yes. Okay. So go ahead, Marvin. The third kill.
So yeah, so at this point you're thinking like maybe it's Boosie, and you see him. He's running away from the motel. He sees like a bunch of houses across the fucking desert. He runs to them, goes inside some type of like what was it, like a restaurant, bar, some shit.
The diner.
And
Yep.
all right, and he looks over and through a window, and then ta-da, the motel's right there. He's like, "What the hell?"
Same fucking hotel.
And then he gets caught again, right?
Ray
grabs
Liotta.
him from
Yeah,
behind.
Ray Liotta fucks him up.
Him. So at this point, you're like, all right, so maybe it's not Boucher, because like Leota's beating the shit out of him to keep him quiet. He fucks him up, ties him up, leaves him like unconscious, right? And that's I think
Yeah.
around this time is when I think the whole car blows up and shit, right?
No, that's later.
No, that's later. Yeah.
All right, but I mean,
we get the car accident. We get the car accident.
Yeah.
There.
That's when
And-
John C. McKinley eats it.
Yeah, he gets fucked up.
all right, so like both parents now get run over, right? The mother and the dad.
Yeah, the mother at this point is technically still alive.
Yeah, she wakes up, her eyes come to. No, actually, no, we got this wrong, guys, because when he gets tied up, they go to like I forget something else happens, and then when they come back, that's when you see the convict with the bat shoved down his throat.
And it's what's his face? What's his face's bat too? Larry.
Larry.
And then
so
right
then
before
that's
that-
when they.
You see, I was telling you, this is why you keep thinking it's different people that are killing him, because the motel dude, and right before that, they showed he's rifling through his own shit, but it's not his own shit. Like, he sees a picture and it's some other dude fishing. You're like, all right, so now maybe it's the motel guy.
Yeah, 3 people.
Yep. And then they find the body that he hid, and then they tied him up. It's crazy.
Yeah, they tie him up. That's when they start kind of talking, and every time she's like, Ray Liotta sitting there like, you better shut your fucking mouth, and then he still talks, and then he fucking punches him, and you better shut your fucking mouth, and he keeps talking, to the point where you're just like, when are you gonna shut the fuck up?
Yeah, right.
It's not until before they tie him up, that's when he kills John C. McKinley, because he's trying to get away. And then he fucking runs him over, and you're like, oh shit, like, peace. But the one thing we keep forgetting to mention is every time there is a dead body, one of the keys are there for the motel.
Yes, that's important. How can we forget?
That's very important. So I love that part, that every time somebody dies, that John Cusack's the first one to find it with the actress with the head, and it says number 1. Oh, is it 1? No, 10. Because 10, because it's going backwards. So 10, so she was the 10th. And we don't realize that towards the end. But the one thing I do like is number 9, which is the guy Lou and Claire Duvall, is that it starts at 6 and then it flips to a 9.
It flips.
And what a lot of people may not realize is that Lou was the 9th death, Claire was the 6th death. So fucking that shit was smart. I liked it. I was sitting there like,
right there.
Very nice, very good shit.
Yeah, definitely. It was definitely a good fucking little Easter egg, I feel.
Yeah.
Like a little foreshadow. So good.
Exactly. Foreshadowing. That's a good word.
So good. At this point, like we're knee deep into this shit. We're like, oh my God, all right, we don't know who done did it. And then they flip us on our side. They give us a nice little break. And then they go shoot over to Alfred Molina, and they're saying that, like, listen, he has a medical condition, we're gonna prove it and everything else. So they have like a midnight meeting from this guy that's about to get executed the next morning. And then we got to prove to him that this is a medical condition. And then they start talking. And he was just like, should we wait for my client to get here? He was just like, well, I mean, you dragged me out of here for something that I already fucking said. You know what I mean? That I already sentenced this to death. So you better state your case right now, motherfucker. So like they start going in and they start saying that, we're going to prove that it was the mind, not the body. It was the body, not the mind that killed these people. Like, you know what I mean? So we're going to convince it. And all the time, I don't know about you guys, I'm always here like, wait, I'm still confused. What the fuck does this have to do with what we're watching? How about you guys? Were you confused?
With the flashbacks, right? So I felt like this was maybe a flashback because they've been doing flashbacks.
Mm-hmm.
I said this must have happened already because in the beginning,
I didn't think it was a flashback though.
For me, it felt like a flashback.
Yeah, I thought it was a flashback.
And when they actually show him, I was like, all right, I didn't even care. Like I remember just forgetting about him because I'm like, I'm invested in the other thing. A whole bunch of people are dying in the other side. Like, fuck this, keep going. Like, all right, cool, yeah, he killed people. Let's go on.
We don't get to actually see him till the end. Yeah, like we see that there's somebody sitting there. We see the coat, but the first glimpse of seeing him is John Cusack. Mm-hmm, so you think it's John Cusack. So they're trying to throw you off, which there's bullshit. But you're just like, oh, it's John Cusack until he looks in the mirror. And then you're like, wait, what the fuck is going on right now? Like, what the fuck is going on? And then he's trying to... That's where the mind fuck starts coming into play, where you're like, okay, so it's not John Cusack. Who's that white guy? Because I don't know that guy. He ain't in the motel. No, it turns out
what's going on
he
with
is the motel.
Yeah, right? Is he the one that we don't see? Maybe he's the killer.
Which he is.
He is, technically.
And he's also a whore and an actress and a former cop and a cop and a thief and for some reason a motel owner. And he married himself and lied about being pregnant.
Imagine Malcolm being a whore.
He doesn't look like
he doesn't. Off of your chest.
Happy birthday.
He doesn't look like a whore though. He doesn't look like a whore.
His eyes do.
His eyes move like a whore.
All right, stop it. I feel bad.
It's not nice.
Oh man. So now we're knee deep. And like I get you. I was also like just really confused. I was just like, nah, I don't really care. Go back to the motel. Go back to the motel because I think I know who did it. Right? No, I didn't know who did it.
Who done it?
Who done did it?
Who done did it?
I mean, you're saying that you didn't believe Cusack was the murderer, but at this point, it's like maybe he's been like blacking out.
Nah.
Like, what if he's not remembering?
Nah, I didn't get that vibe.
You're talking about when we see him in the chair and they were like, no.
Yeah, I didn't think it was Cusack.
I still was just like, nah.
Because, what was the other movie that was similar to this? The one, Fight Club. Fight Club was like Norton kept blacking out and it was all him like this whole time.
Tyler Durden. He was Tyler Durden all the time.
Yeah. He was Brad Pitt. Bullshit.
Yeah. No. There's no way.
It was one. I'm sorry. It's a great movie, but still one of the stupid, dumbest twists I've ever fucking seen. Like they just threw it out there.
Because look, Fight Club 1999. That happened right before this.
And Identity was like, we can do the same thing, but with 10 people. Love it. Yep. Love it. We're going to go that route.
Kill them all.
And one of them has to be Ray Liotta, by the way. Totally down for that. Love Ray Liotta.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like him and like he kind of like carried the movie a little bit,
John Cusack.
Yes, I mean
John Cusack carried this fucking movie. And yes, Ray Liotta, but I'm sorry, I did not like the twist that he was actually a convict. I didn't like that. I thought that was so stupid because it was like he already looks like a cop. He played a cop very well, but it turns out he's like, no, I'm actually a convict. So what the fuck were you beating your boy up for? Because he fucked him up.
To shut him up.
But there was no point. There was no reason for that.
They tell us in psychology classes that when they study the minds of like criminals and police officers, they have very similar like thought patterns.
Sure, I believe that.
So like I took it, I was like, yo, who better to play a cop than a fucking criminal?
I don't like it. I didn't like it. I thought that was a cheap cop out, But Ray Liotta for some reason has to be a criminal. He's a good fella. Of course he's a gangster. Like, no, I didn't like that. I think he was
then how
because he was fine the way he was. You didn't need the twist.
So I mean, but how would you have explained him being basically the evil personality until we know who the real evil personality is? But like,
he's just a cop. He's an asshole.
He was just like a
cop
that went rogue.
Sure, he could have been a rogue cop. That's fine. I don't think he needed to be a criminal. I think that to me was a cop-out. And it was a red herring cop-out where it's like, oh, he's a criminal. He's the killer. He didn't show any fucking signs of being a criminal that entire time. Most of them could at least, you usually get the hints because he was a dick to fucking Jake Busey the entire time. There was no moment of him just being like, he ties him over there onto where the toilet's at. He fucking decks him in his face. Like, they're a team. They're a team right now. So
why would they be a team? It's every man for himself.
They were arrested together. They're a
I
team.
hope Tommy never gets arrested because he's gonna be like, "Well, we're bros. Like, why are you taking me over?" Be like,
You're damn
every
right.
man for himself in prison, sir.
Let me tell you something. If I got arrested with you and you fucking killed a cop and then decided that you're gonna be the cop and start punching me in the face, you better pray to God I don't get out. Because I'm not making a run for it. I'm coming after you, and I'm letting everybody know what's going down.
I don't need no snitches over here, bro. I would have cut you.
We're already a team.
Fuck that.
We're already a team. We both got caught.
Bro.
They both got caught. Like, that's what's insane because this is all happening in somebody's mind. But, like, what the fuck? I'm sorry. I think it's a cop-out to be, Ray Liotta's got to be a criminal, too. Of course he does. Yeah, sure. Ray Liotta's a criminal. Yeah, let's go with it.
So what would have been the red herring to actually to lead us into finding out who actually did it? Like, what would you have done differently, Tommy?
Ray Liotta's the perfect red herring. But he doesn't have to be
a cop.
But he doesn't have to be a criminal to be a red herring. He was a red herring because it's fucking Ray Liotta.
No, I get it.
The presence of Ray Liotta that's a bad guy.
But his character still is basically a cop. So if he didn't have
he could be a piece of shit. There's plenty of movies where the cop is a real fucking piece of shit. So if he's an asshole, it is what it is.
So he would have been the asshole cop that was the one that killed all those people? Like,
why not?
How do you know he's...
Yeah, why not?
I just think it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense.
I don't fucking buy him being a fucking criminal, so he can go fuck himself.
What are you talking about? His famous role was being a criminal.
I don't buy him being a criminal in this movie. He's dressed the same fucking way he was in Goodfellas. Nothing has changed with Ray Liotta. He has the same fucking hair.
So he's still a gangster. He's still a criminal.
How sad is that, though? This man, he looks like a gangster in every film. That he's in. He can't get away from that. But no, I'm sorry. I did not like the twist of him being a fucking criminal. Kiss my ass. And John Cusack was a former cop. John Cusack don't look like a cop.
No, not at all.
John Cusack's, I used to be a cop. No, you didn't used to be a fuck. You John Cusack, okay? You're not a fucking cop. You're Vince Larkin. You worked on a fucking airplane. That's what you did.
Yeah.
And you went into a
time machine.
Yeah, you went into a hot tub time machine. That's what the fuck you did. You owned a record store, okay, with Jack Black. That's how that fucking shit worked out. You're a cop. Wow. You're not a cop. Not with that fucking face. You're not a fucking cop. Cops actually have reactions.
You're so angry.
I'm just saying. It's a really good movie.
All right, take us home, Marvin. We're up to.
Who we up to?
We're up to. I don't even know.
I don't know, but fucking Ray Liotta's gonna die. Okay.
Yeah.
By the way, he dies with John Cusack.
Yeah, they both shoot each other up. All right, we're talking about the explosions, and then.
No, so Cusack gets pulled into like that doctor meeting, and when he comes back finding out all this information, that's where I think he tries telling them we got to get the fuck out of here or some shit.
There's like 4 left. There's the whore, there's Larry, the motel attendant, Ray Liotta, and John Cusack. Those are the 4 that's left when he comes back.
Yeah, when it dies, the motel dude, Larry.
Larry gets shot
because Ray Liotta shoots him up.
All right,
2 shots.
Yeah, bang bang.
All right, so at that point, you were thinking like it was a motel guy. Then you're like, all right, Ray Liotta.
No, at that point, it's Ray Liotta. At that point,
you think it's Ray Liotta.
You think it's Ray Liotta.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's when he's like, there's he's trying to tell. So Alfred Molina's trying to tell John Cusack that the killer is still in there. You need to get rid of that killer. Well, you need to get rid of that personality so that I can save you and they won't try to kill you. That's when you go, it's Ray Liotta. That's when you
'cause
figure
that's
out it's
when
Ray
we find
Liotta.
out the big twist, right? Like they're all
Amanda Peet,
personalities in
yeah.
this guy's mind, and they're doing a special procedure that's gonna kill them off one by one until the good personality reigns supreme. Like one personality is left,
Which is
right?
the whore.
Yeah. Apparently, that's the nicest one.
Go for the whore. Go for the whore.
Go for the whore. Go for the whore. But we find out that the whore found out that Ray Liotta is not a cop.
Bullshit.
And because she finds the body in the car, and then that's when Ray Liotta's like, "Oh, you found my secret, so now I'm gonna kill you."
And don't you think if he was a cop, he could have did better kills, like to the point they would have trusted him more because he's a cop?
But he's not a cop.
That's again, we're back to the same. I don't believe it. I don't like it. Oh, he also pulled the radio out too.
Ah, yes.
Because they kept saying, "How's the radio going?" I'm just getting static of it. Nobody decided to go buy the car.
Right.
Nobody was just like, "Yeah, but just go look." You know, he's over here right now. I'm gonna go look. I'm like, no, they wait till the end to look, and it's Amanda Peet that figures it all out.
Right.
Fucking
She's
whore.
so smart.
Because she's a whore.
I mean, she's been around.
But she has morals.
Morals, and she has a great ass. No, she doesn't.
No, she does not.
She definitely does not.
No, she doesn't.
Definitely not.
Ray Liotta has
Anyway.
a better ass.
Ray Liotta has a great ass. He had a
I
great
said-
ass. Rest in peace, Ray Liotta. We love you.
We do.
Yeah. All right. So we get Larry gets shot up 2 times, bang, bang. And now Ray Liotta is just chasing the whore. That's her name. I don't even know her real name in the movie. She's the whore to us. All right.
It's Amanda Peet.
Yeah,
Wasn't it
it's Amanda
Paris?
Peet, the whore. Yeah, sure. The whore.
Paris. Yeah.
Yeah, she was Paris. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. And then John Cusack, we see him, we get him back, and then we get a nice little shootout that lasted all but
Really?
six bullets.
A nice shootout.
That lasted all but 6 bullets.
It was like Ray Liotta shot twice. John
It was
Cusack
like they
decided.
both shot at the same time. They got each other.
But yeah, they get each other, and then John Cusack's like, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk up to him and stand 2 feet away from him and just start shooting.
Yeah.
While he's still shooting you, John, nah, it's okay. I'll make it. Okay. I didn't like
Did you
that.
notice they talk to each other during that scene? They whisper nothings into their ears.
Aw.
And I was actually reading like the trivia, and they made it so you couldn't hear what they were saying. But he says to him, "It's not me," and Cusack says, "I know." But they took that out because they didn't want you. They were still waiting for you to, get caught by this twist at the end.
Yeah, because they
Wait,
want you to
so
think
where
that,
did you-
all right, finally you killed him. You killed Ray Liotta's character. So
Where did you hear that, Marvin?
No, this is in the trivia, in the movie trivia page.
That's great.
That's
I'm
good
glad
stuff.
they took that shit out because then that would have ruined it.
yeah, because you would have been like, oh, it's Amanda Peet.
Oh my God, she's still out there.
It's the only one that would have made sense if that's what it was. Not me. I know. And it turns out, oh, it's Amanda Peet. No, it's not.
No, because
No,
at this point, she's the only one left. So now you think
Right.
the killer's dead. You're not
They won.
expecting the
Exactly.
killer
Yeah,
to show up.
you think he won.
That's exactly what they wanted.
Mhm.
Like, you know?
And then she went to Florida.
Where did you go?
Why the
Where
fuck
did
would you go there? Like,
Well, she
sorry,
wanted
sorry
orange.
Mr. Smooth, but yeah.
She wanted an orange field.
She did. A lot of oranges over there, too.
So we then get to the main killer, Malcom, and they're like, "You see, you know what I mean? We did it. Now he's good. We only got the good personality." So then they figure out that they reversed the sentence and they didn't have him get killed, executed, and he's gonna be in a psychiatric ward. So then we get to the climax of the movie, well, the end of the movie, really. And you see 2 cars driving, one with the whore, driving to Florida, and then one with Malcom and Alfred Molina getting transferred to the medical facility. And you think everything is fine. You think we made it past the storm. You know, the rain stopped, and we see sunshine and oranges, and finally,
There's more
she's digging
interesting
up-
shit to grow than fucking oranges. Sorry, just
Bro, I love
There
me
is.
some orange juice, all right?
He's right.
Like marijuana.
at least, right?
You do that, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, so she starts digging and she finds the last key, and it said number 1.
Number 1.
And she's like, what? And then we realized that there was still that one person missing that everyone just kind of forgot about. Because I don't know about you guys. Even the first time I saw this movie, I forgot about this fucker.
Oh, sure.
And then this time again, I kind of forgot about this fucker, right? But then I always knew it was him. But I was watching it this time and I was just like, he dead ass just disappeared.
He does.
And we're talking about the little kid in the beginning of the movie, the little kid that was the first one who put their hand out on the window and then got his mom run over by a car. Like,
and then smiled about it.
And then smiled about it. So then we see the little kid and then we get all of it. We get him stabbing fucking the guy. We get him.
Actress.
Yes, chopping off the actress's head, which, by the way, how? He's tiny. She's taller. Anyway.
Psychopath.
Yeah, pretty much. Chicken wire, maybe he knows what that is. Who knows?
Sure.
Who knows? But we see him do it all. We see him walking away from an explosion, which, what the fuck?
I would have loved to see him killing Boosie, though, shoving that bat down that dude's
That's what I wanted to
Yes,
see.
yes,
I wanted to see
to
that.
see that too.
Like where it's like, yeah, that little kid did that. Let me see.
Yeah, how? Like what? How? He can't even lift that big ass bat.
Especially jamming it down someone's throat like that.
Like, come on. It was halfway down there. Like,
It was like really like fucking.
it was halfway down there.
I can't
It was
see
like
it.
past the
He-
barrel.
He was like
Like-
8. There was no way he did that.
Yeah, come on, man. He was like 8.
He was like
He
8.
really was. But then you see him and they're like, oh no. And then you flash back to Malcolm. When you flash to Malcolm and Alfred Molina, the doctor, is like, is everything okay, Malcolm? And he's just like, oh no, but why? And then like he opens up the gate, which, come on, bro.
Yeah.
The fuck? He's still a criminal. And you see him tweaking out. Yeah, let me open up this gate. And then the famous last line, whores never get a second chance. And yoink. We don't see her die, right? And we see Malcolm take Alfred Molina and start choking him with the damn chain.
Mhm.
And then they crash and scene.
Yeah, movie.
And that's it. That's Identity.
Yeah, movie.
Loved it.
Movie. And that is it. That is Identity. We ran through it. So, we have to get to awards. But first, I got to tell y'all a little something. Hey, horror newbies and Flickbook fans, Mr. Malave here, and we at Flickbook Horror love to determine which movies are meant for the non-average horror viewers. Well, now's your chance to get in on all the action because Horror Pack is a monthly subscription that sends you horror movies that you get to keep. That's right, I said keep. Simply choose your monthly plan of either Blu-rays or DVDs, and every month you'll receive a pack with 4 movies, one specifically being a Horror Pack exclusive. And who knows, it may be just the movie sleeper we've been looking for that'll find its way to the Flickbook. So go ahead and click the link in this episode's description to sign up for Horror Pack and tell them Mr. Malave sent you. Thanks for listening to the Flickbook Horror, and we'll see you at the movies. All right. You know what? Those horror packs, man.
I got
If
mine.
you haven't gotten it. Yeah?
Mhm.
Yeah? How do you like it so far?
It gave me Get Out, which I already had.
Mm-hmm.
It gave me The Boy 2,
Okay.
which I didn't like. It gave me Ma, which actually I haven't seen yet, but I hear really great things.
No,
And I
Ma's
do.
a really good movie.
Yeah, I heard it's really good. And I have my Horror Pack exclusive, so I'm going to watch that one.
Ooh.
It's like a Korean film, so I'm very excited
Oh,
for that one.
shit.
Yeah.
I'm telling you guys, if you haven't jumped on it yet, jump on it. It's a good deal. And you get to keep the movies, man.
Yeah,
you
it's
get
yours.
to keep the movies. You know what? But let's get back into it. It is time for our awards. Are you guys ready?
I'm ready.
Yeah.
All right. So right off the back, let's start with you, Mr. Smooth, with I just a little scared.
All right. Well, honestly, in this movie, again, I wasn't just a little scared. There was no moment that really made me scared. I guess if I had to say a moment that got me tense, that made me go, it was the dryer scene. The head was just, that scene itself made me think like, oh man, like that would be really like, oh shit. When you open, it's kind of like what's in the box. I'm not going to, but it's in what's in the box, what's in the dryer. And John Cusack, though, does not react in that scene. So I was like John Cusack in that. I was just like, oh, shit, that's a head. Pretty dope. And so, again, not just a little scared. This movie is not one of those kind of films. But if I had to say one of those tense moments that made me go, it'd be the dryer scene with the actress's head in it. So, yeah. So I was never scared.
It's a suspenseful scene. Yeah, it's a suspenseful scene. You're like, oh, no.
Yes.
Oh, no, it's not that dryer. No, it's the other one.
What is that noise? It's got to be a bunny. They probably put the bunny in the dryer. Oh, no, it's a head.
Yeah. I want to know where they got the quarters to dry all their clothes. That's what
it was a little kid, too. Where did he get the quarters from?
That's what I'm saying. He would have to go ask for change. And then that's a little suspicious, you know?
You have fucking Larry sitting there. That's true. Timothy did ask for a change of $1.
He's the only one.
You see, you don't have kids. My son always wants quarters. They got those fucking stupid bubblegum machines everywhere.
Not in that motel.
It's raining and his mom is dying. He
ain't looking for no damn bubblegum.
He's not getting bubblegum.
10-year-old kid, his fucking ADHD kicks in. He don't fucking remember his mom's dying.
I don't know.
He doesn't remember his mom's dying. Yeah, because he killed her
in the room that he's staying in.
Because he's the one that killed her.
Yeah, right? Shit.
See? You don't give two shits.
Yeah, so let me just go get bubblegum.
I need some bubblegum right now.
You know what I could really use? Some bubble yum. That's what I really need.
Mom dying, but honestly, I will take some grape bubblegum right now. That'd probably do it for me.
Yep. Bubblicious. Oh, man. Well, that was just a little scared where you weren't really scared. You were just a little tense and you were just like, oh, no, look, it's a head.
Yeah.
I don't like
that's really what it was.
It was the body.
I was just tense. It was a tense scene. John Cusack.
Yeah, it was. It was pretty tense. All right, let's get into my award, and it's the Kill 'Em with Kindness. There was a lot of kills in this movie, but again, I mentioned it earlier. There was a lot of kills, but we don't see a lot of the kills. You know what I mean? And which is almost like, I get it, you know, who done did it, but honestly, I get it, because like slashers, they have masks and stuff, and that hides their identity. But this one, we couldn't really see who was doing all of them, so we didn't see all the deaths. But I gotta tell you, the one death, even if it's just a body that we saw, that stood out the most to me, that I was just like, oh, shit, that's different. And oh, shit, that's a way to go. It's the convict getting that bat shoved up his fucking mouth or down his fucking mouth.
Sure.
And can I tell you, when I saw that, I was just like, ooh, that's crazy. Like, how do you get it all the way down to the knob? That's not even great. This is kind of disgusting.
It's impressive.
You know what I mean? And then I was a little disappointed when they showed the kid kind of like setting up everything to, you know, kill them. Not really showing him killing them, but like they didn't even show him like with the bat. Like I was just like, oh, I still kind of want to know, how do you do that as a 9-year-old kid? How you lift up that 32-ounce bat? But still in all, if you're gonna kill somebody in a unique fashion, you gotta shove a bat down their throat, and you kill them with kindness. That's it.
Yeah, I think that was the best kill.
You know, Yeah. It's the best kill. The best kill. You know, there was a lot of things that made you go, what, in this movie? There was a lot of things that made you go, ooh, I think it's that person in this movie, you know, and then there was a lot of things that's like, wait a minute, what's going on with this guy's eyes in this movie? But there's this thing that I want to talk about that just makes you want to say, fuck yeah! Fuck you, movie. Fuck you, Identity. And fuck you, this rain that's just sinking everything. I don't know what the hell's going on. He's the killer. She's the killer. This guy has to deal with it. This guy's fat. He's in the other thing over there. I don't know what's going on. John Cusack is the guy in the fat suit. I don't know. Fuck this. Fuck you, movie. What the hell's going on? So, Marvin, fuck you, movie. What is your fuck you movie for Identity?
I had to say, it had to be the twist, man. It was like the whole time thinking, I know what's happening. I know who's the killer. And then every single time they were like, nope, this is not him. Because they were killing him off. They killed off the person I thought who the killer was. And nowhere that I expect when they show Cusack, like, here you go, here's a mirror, take a look. And it's like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, fuck you. Like you pulled this out of your ass. Like, I had no idea what was going on. That was my big fuck you movie part.
It's a good fuck you
Yes,
movie.
good fuck you movie.
I don't like when I don't know what's going on, and then when you tell me something, I'm still like, huh?
I hate when movies trick me.
I hate that. You don't sit down and you trick me, bitch.
I didn't pay
Fuck
to be
you.
tricked. I paid to fucking watch and know what the fuck's going on. You tricking me, and I don't want to have to pay again and watch it.
And it was that, and not only that, he was a creepy motherfucker, like you were saying before, with the eyes moving around and shit. And it's always something with the eyes, like eyes don't do that, right? Normally, and you see some like crazy shit, like Tommy mentioned Skarsgård when he does that it thing and the eyes like separated. Shit's not normal. It creeps you out. So I remember when I saw this.
Stop that shit.
What was this? 20 years ago? I was like, what the fuck?
Oh my God, yeah, it was like almost 20 years ago.
I was just like,
Wow.
nah, yo.
You didn't have to throw it out like that.
Smooth effect, fuck you movie.
I already spoke about this, but my fuck you movie is Ray Liotta being a fucking criminal, not being a cop. Sorry, I didn't like it. I didn't like it because I felt that, you know what, there was already a huge twist in this movie. There was no reason, if he wasn't the killer, there was no reason for him to be a criminal and not just be a fucking cop. Just be a rogue cop, just be an asshole cop. I would have been perfectly fine with it. We love Ray Liotta. May he rest in peace. He's always going to be a good fella, but fuck that. There was no point. It made me sit there. I was like, oh, come on. Really? He has to be a criminal. But you go fuck yourself, movie, okay? Because Ray Liotta deserves more than just being a red herring. Ray Liotta deserves more than being a criminal. That man is a believable cop. He has great fucking hair. And no, I'm fuck that. No, I'm not okay with that twist. I do not like that. This movie has a fucking insane twist. There was no reason for that twist. Don't try to throw me off, movie. I agree. Don't try to throw me off. I'm not watching movies to be tricked. I'm watching movies to enjoy myself. Ray Liotta not being a cop pissed me the fuck off.
Wow.
I'm fucking mad about that shit. If I could call Ray Liotta right now, I'd call him and say, you know what, man? I feel bad for you in that movie because you were a nice guy. You were a dick, but you were a nice guy.
Well, fuck you, movie.
Yeah, fuck that shit. Fuck that movie.
All right, man. So, you know, I was thinking about this and I had something written down for my fuck you movie. And then off air, Marvin said something that kind of fucked me up and I felt a little bad. But now, going through this episode and talking about it, I don't feel real bad anymore because, so I'm just going to say it. My fuck you movie is Malcolm Rivers' fucking eyes. I swear to God, he started doing those eye things, and it was keep going faster and faster. I was like, fuck you, movie. Nah. How you get your eyes to move that fast, bro? How you get your eyes to move fast? It goes to show that, like, he has a fucking condition. Thanks, Marvin. But he fucking, at first, I'm like, yo, he's really good. Like Skarsgård, like, he's fucking can move his eyes that fast. How do you not get a headache? This is crazy. He is the crazy one. Maybe he's the killer. And it turns out he was the killer. He was the little boy in the brain of that big dude with the eyes. Fuck you, eyes. This is crazy. You scaring me like that, all right? The twist was great. All the twists were great. And those fucking eyes were scaring me and a little weird. So fuck you for that.
Well,
fuck
yeah,
you, Malcolm Rivers, and fuck your condition.
It's a medical condition, right? It's called nice
fuck
pigment.
identity.
I don't like it. I don't like that condition either.
I don't like
But you know
either.
what? He uses
Scares the
it in
shit out
other
of me.
movies, right? Because in Constantine, he was like a drunk priest, and then he did the eye shit too. Like they zoom in purposely.
But
like,
he's
we
not
love
doing
how
it.
we
I don't feel bad.
follow you.
But he's
We're gonna
not
exploit
doing it. It's the condition that's doing it, which
We're
makes
gonna
us
exploit
think
that, right?
we're thinking he's just, wow, this guy's a really great actor. No, it turns out he has a medical condition. Oh, now I feel bad for the fucking guy.
I do. But like honestly, it's still the one that fucked me up. All right.
Yeah, but he better stop it because I don't like it. Like, I didn't come to movies to look at fucking you tricking me, especially with your eyes, because I'm thinking you just being a good actor, but it turns out that I feel bad for your mom because you got a
20
condition. This is not
years.
nice.
20 years.
20 years better
I
fix
thought
that.
it was just him being a good actor.
I thought he was
And then-
Skarsgård in it. Nah.
Nah. So fuck you, movie, and fuck you, Malcolm Rivers. All right, and that's just hit the button.
Fuck you.
Fuck you,
Fuck
Malcolm
you.
Rivers. Speaking of Malcolm Rivers, I gotta tell you guys, watching this movie, Malcolm Rivers, the guy, the fucking eyes and all the personalities. I just want to know what cocktail is my man Malcolm Rivers. I want to know, Marvin, what is this fucking cocktail?
All right. See, I was like, this fucking thing had so many identities. They didn't know what the fuck, who was the killer. So I'm thinking immediately, bro, right here at home, a fucking Long Island iced tea. Your fucking vodka, your tequila, your rum, your gin, your fucking Coke or something like with triple sec and lemon juice. You're like
a lot. It's a lot of shit.
a fucking hot mix of shit that creeps up on you, right? Like, nice and slow. You drink one, you're good. You feel the buzz. You order 2, 3. By the third one, you're like knocked on your ass. Like, holy shit, what hit me? And that's what happened to me in this movie. That little fucking kid creeped up on us.
Yeah.
Malcolm Rivers, the LIT. I dig it. I dig it. It's a lot of shit.
Yeah.
And they'll get you drunk.
It get you drunk.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Smooth Effect. What does Malcolm Rivers drink to you?
I mean, I'm on the same page as Marvin, to be honest with you. Now, I didn't go with a Long Island iced tea, but it's got to be something that has just so much shit in it that shouldn't be together. But if for some reason, it kind of works. And I'm going to say that Malcolm is a gunpowder plot. If you don't know what a gunpowder plot is, let me explain. It has 10 drops of Bitterman's Tiki Bitters. We have a half ounce of lime juice. We have a half ounce of honey syrup, of course, because you need to get a little like sweetness in there, hence the whore.
There's the whore.
There you go. A quarter ounce of Dimi di Milano, a quarter ounce of Liqueur Segura, a ounce of Machu Pisco, 1 ounce of Queen Jenny whiskey, and of course a lime twist for garnish. That's the child. So I picked this because I don't know half of that shit that's in there. Because I don't know what the fuck I'm drinking. Just like I don't know what the fuck I'm watching. And to me, the whiskey is Ray Liotta. I like Ray Liotta. I like whiskey. I don't know what that kind of whiskey is, and I don't know if it's like a cop compared to a criminal. It should just figure out where it wants to be. So this is 1,000%, or at least Malcolm, is a gunpowder plot. Because I don't know what the fucking plot is going on right now. This movie's fucking confusing.
It's fucking confusing. It has a lot of shit in it, but it'll get you drunk.
But it will fuck you up.
I recognize the one. I have it. Disco. Oh, you can't see my camera.
Oh, there it is.
Oh,
yeah, there you go. Okay, you got it.
It's Peruvian
rum.
I don't know what the fuck it is. It's just like homemade liqueur or some shit. I don't know.
Peruvian moonshine.
It's just some shit that you could put together with all that other stuff, and it'll get you drunk.
Hey, well, if Marvin got it, then that means it's real.
It exists. Yeah.
Well, we know that.
But guys, I love these. All right, I really do. And iced tea makes sense. Your plot, I don't even know what it's called, but
gunpowder plot.
Gunpowder plot makes perfect sense because it has a lot of shit that you don't know what the fuck is in it. But you know what else does? Has a lot of shit that you don't know what's in it, but just fucking taste amazing.
What is it?
The Malave fruit punch.
Jungle juice, baby. Of course. You got to go with the jungle juice. You know what jungle juice is, guys. It's made everywhere. Yeah, of course. Of course. So it's a jungle juice, baby. That just means everything is in it. You brought that bottle in, put it in the jungle juice. You brought that whiskey, put it in the jungle juice. You got that vodka, put it in the jungle juice. You got that Georgie blue, put it in the jungle juice. Why not? You know what I mean? You got absinthe? Wow. I haven't seen that since the 1920s. Put it in the jungle juice. I don't give a fuck.
1920s?
There's fruit in there, and it'll get you fucked up afterwards.
Yeah.
You keep stirring it up, bitch, because you take a cup of that, you'll be all right. You take 2 cups of that, you start to dance. You take 3 cups of that, you doing the limbo and you're falling. And then you take 4 cups of that, you're throwing up over the gate of my fence.
The bumblebee. Yo.
you
I had a
get 5 cups
coworker
of that.
bumblebee that could not handle Mr. Malave's jungle juice. And she was kicking up her honey insides over the gate. Yeah, worst sight ever.
It's true. You get the 5th cup, you're getting the cops called on you. That's not really the cops because they're drinking jungle juice too.
Because it's Ray Liotta and he's a criminal.
Because he's a criminal. And then finally, you get to the 10th one, and
the 10th one
never get a second chance.
How'd you get from 5 to 10?
Up.
You're dead by then. If the cops coming on 5,
dead.
how'd you get to 10?
You're pretty much dead before you get to 10 anyway, because you were. But yes, fucking Malcolm is a jungle juice. It's just a mix of a whole bunch of shit that you don't know and just blends together perfectly to make a perfect fuckery. Jungle juice.
It's a good one.
I know. all of them were pretty much good. We're agreeing that there was just a mix. It needs to be just a cocktail of shit.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it. Thank you, Malcolm Rivers, for this. Because you made me bring up some really good memories.
I mean, this is fucked up, but do you think his eyes is what stirs the drink?
Absolutely the eyes of the stir.
Oh, shit.
In all three drinks, the eyes of stirs.
You can do all three at the same time. Fucked up. Not nice.
Fucked
Get
up.
that shit out. Ray Liotta's a fucking cop, not a criminal.
Yeah, you got me. You guys got me weak today, bro. I can't even. All right. The awards are over. We gave our cocktails away. We're almost to the end. But of course, we cannot conclude an episode without playing a certain kind of game. So I have my contestants. You guys are ready to play. Money for nothing. The price is wrong, bitch.
The price is wrong, bitch. The price is wrong, bitch.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to The Price is Wrong, bitch, where you're probably not going to get the answer right, but we're going to try anyway, because we have $100 on the line for Marvelous Marvin if he gets the question right, and some bragging rights if Smooth Effects gets the question right. But again, you probably won't. But I'm ready to go. I'm your host, Mr. Malave. Smooth Effect, are you ready to play?
Always ready to play. I didn't do too good last time against Marvin, so this time I'm going to actually try to do better.
All right. Well, you know what? I believe in you, sir. Marvelous Marvin, are you ready to win $100?
Let's go, bro.
I don't think you're going to win, but we're going to go anyway. You guys ready for the question?
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Identity landed itself in the top rankings of movies of 2003 in the domestic box office with $52.1 million. My question to you, gentlemen, is what is that rank? That is right. I'll repeat it in case you guys got a little confused. I'll repeat it.
This rank for the year?
The rank of top domestic movies in the box office in 2003.
So for 2003, okay.
For the
Yes,
year.
in 2003, it was in the top movies of the year with $52.1 million. I want to know, what is that rank in 2003? What number did they rank? Liotta's a cop. Then he wasn't a cop. Malcolm Rivers' eyes are doing the dance. John Cusack has the best. Oh my God, they're dead. Eyes. One more minute, guys. The little kid was the killer all the time. And the whore loves making orange juice. Orange juice. Orange juice. All right, cut the music. It is time to get the answers locked in. I'm going to start off with my guy. You know what? I'm being nice. He picked the movie and he is coming in hot. So I'm going with Marvelous Marvin. What is your answer? What rank is Identity in the top domestic box office of 2003?
I'm torn. I want to say 7.
7. It's ranked 7 in 2003.
Yes, sir.
All right, you're going to lock it in?
Yeah, locked in.
All right, number 7 for Marvin. And Smooth Effect, what is your answer?
12.
12.
Mm-hmm.
You're saying 12
Mm-hmm.
in the top domestic box office of 2003.
Yeah, for that specific year, yeah. It's definitely not in the hundreds. We know that for sure because this is 1 year. So,
Yep.
yeah, I like
Exactly.
his answer too, but I'm going to go 12.
7 and 12. A drum roll, please. And you're both wrong.
No.
Surprise. In the top
Did somebody win?
Domestic box office. What?
Did somebody win?
You both are way off.
We're
Yes.
way off. Okay, let's hear this.
57.
What?
What
in
the
the
fuck?
top in the top domestic box office of 2003. 57.
57. So I technically won.
Yes, because you were I guess you got the higher one.
Without going
You
over,
didn't
but
go over.
still,
Yeah,
like
you didn't go over.
57?
Yeah. 57 with $52.1 million, top 2003 movies of the domestic box office.
Who was
It
number
is ranked
one?
57.
Who was number one?
Hold on, I have to.
I just looked it up now because it pissed me off. Fucking
Yeah.
Nemo.
Finding
Nemo
number
was one. Okay, but that makes sense.
Who was number 2? Ready? Pirates of the Caribbean.
Ah, yeah.
The first one?
2000. The first
Number
one, right?
3, Matrix
Oh.
Reloaded.
Oh, wow. Who was number 7?
Fucking Elf.
Elf. Who was number
yo, there
12?
was some
Wait, who was
really
number
good-
12?
Anger Management.
Wow, really? Okay, so now this is starting to make a little more sense because like those movies were actually pretty popular.
Number 15, Too Fast, Too Furious.
Wow, this was
Oh,
what?
wow.
50? Would you say 51?
15.
No, it was 57.
57. Oh, wow. With that much, wow. Shit, movies have changed.
Yeah, it was a really good year for movies.
Holy
apparently.
shit, that's crazy.
Oh yeah, X-Men United is in there.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah.
Terminator 3. is
Okay,
number
it's starting to
9.
make more sense.
The Last
Boy
Samurai.
Sure.
Jojo.
I'm thinking no good movies came out that year. And
Yeah.
no, it
Lord
turns
of the
out there's a
Rings,
lot of
too.
good. Oh, that definitely made a lot of
So
fucking money.
Fucking many.
Scary
Oh,
Movie
50
3.
Cent. Holy shit. So we were off. Yeah.
Freddy versus Jason's on this movie.
Really?
Yeah, School of Rock. Yeah, we could go on forever, guys, but you
Wow.
were both wrong.
Both
You
wrong.
were both wrong. The $100 stays in the bank, and I told you guys, it's money for nothing when the price is wrong, bitch. You get it wrong because you're a little bitch. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Maybe next time.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye-bye now. Bye-bye now.
Goodbye now.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye now.
I love how me and Marvin thought like, it's got to be at least in the top 20.
Duh.
Nope. Not even in
No.
it's not even in the top 50.
Yeah. No,
Shit.
no, not at all. Yo, oh my God. I keep looking at these movies. It's just nuts. 2003, man.
2003 looks
like
like a good year for movies.
Yeah, who would have thought?
Where
Who would've
50 something million dollars makes you 57.
Fucking Gangs in New York is only 67.
thought? Jesus.
Wow, really? I don't understand
Wow.
that. I fight that. I fight Ray Liotta as a criminal, and I fight that because this movie I thought should have at least been in the top 20.
Once Upon a Time in Mexico is number 50.
This movie's better.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
It's numbers.
Oh, look, he got the picture of the bat. That was the best kill. Best kill. All right, guys. Well, we are reaching its end. It's been a wild fucking episode of eyes and fuckeries and being confused and Ray Liotta's. But we have reached the end. And it's time, the moment we all been waiting for, to see if Identity is going into the Flickbook. And since he picked the movie, and since he had a nice LIT from Malcolm Rivers, he gets to go first. Marvelous Marvin, is Identity going into the Flickbook? Say your piece about this movie and vote.
See, this is what I love, right? It's fucking psychological. Makes you fucking think. Like, I hate it when it's so fucking obvious, and this shit made me think. Fucking 20 years ago, right? This is the shit that I love. I mean, this leads up to like other movies. Fight Club, I guess, was another one. Inception's another favorite of mine. I mean, just recently, we just watched the other one on the airplane, right? Mr. Malave, Everything, Everywhere, some crazy shitness.
Yeah, everything, everywhere, all at once, or some shit like that. That's good.
It's like a mind fuck, and that's what I love, right? So is this going to the Flickbook? Hell yeah, for me. I vote yes.
All right. Remember, guys, it is for the non-average horror movie goer. Is this movie a movie you have to see once before you die? And Marvin says, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. You have to see Identity before you die. That is Marvin's vote. So Smooth Effect, I got to know.
Because Ray Liotta was a criminal. Nah, I'm fucking with you. Yes, I think so. Yeah, I think this is a movie that has a really interesting twist. Not the Ray Liotta part, the actual twist of the movie. it'll fuck you up, just kind of like how Malcolm is a fucking multiple drinks will get you drunk. Well, this shit will fuck you up, and I do like movies that make you think, even though I hate them. Like Saw, for a perfect example. When he stood up at the end, I said, wait a minute, when the fuck did that ever show that was going down? Turns out we weren't paying attention. Just like this movie. You're not truly paying attention because of the cast. That's what's really smart about this, is it's known people. You're like, oh, it's got to be that guy. Oh, it's definitely Ray Liotta, but it's got to be John Cusack. But no, it's a fucking child. So, yes, I think 1,000% you should definitely see this movie at least once. And after you see it, tell me, did you think if Ray Liotta was a criminal? Because I'm still going to say no. And I think Ray Liotta agrees with me. Up there.
Yeah. Well, that's 2. Of course, everyone, it has to be unanimous to get into the Flickbook. And there's 2 votes already, so it comes down to me, Mr. Malave, your host for this episode. And honestly, we're talking horror, right? This is Flickbook horror. And if you look up Identity, it's a mystery thriller. But as you know, thrillers are horror movies too. All right. And this movie takes you on a roller coaster ride of a whodunit with at least 2 to 3 twists that you're like, holy shit. You know what I mean? And it makes you go a little crazier than Malcolm Rivers' eyes. So I gotta say, if you need to watch this movie one time in your life, I gotta say yes, man. I gotta say yes. You know why? Because we all say we want to watch a movie that's gonna keep us on our edge, keep us on our toes, keep us invested. You know what I mean? And with a twist like that keeps giving, it's a movie that you are like, holy shit! Like, I didn't know I needed this. I walked into this movie when I saw it 20 years ago, not knowing much, not thinking, just a regular whodunit, and it fucking put me for a ride, and it kind of mind fucked me and put me on a plateau to start paying attention more to movies. And I feel like that's what Identity does. It's a smart movie. It was well written, well casted, and well shot too. And like you said, Smooth Effect, you got to be paying attention, because even the last go around, I was paying attention still, and I was still like, holy shit, the kid just disappeared, until he reappeared. And that's how you make a real good movie. And that's a movie that you should see at least one time before you die. So absolutely, it's getting into the Flickbook. Unanimous decision. Identity is getting in.
Yay.
Yay. Yes.
Way to go, Marvin. Good pick.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Marvin. Good fucking pick. Good kills, and just overall good movie. But boys,
except Ray Liotta.
Yeah. Well, no, he was good in the movie.
He was fantastic in the movie. He just wasn't a criminal.
You know what? You need to get over it, man. He was never he was never a good person. All right. He was always a gangster. He said it in the beginning of Goodfellas.
He did. He always wanted to be a gangster.
And he was till the day he died.
Hell yeah.
Love you, Ray Liotta. Rest in peace. But now it's time to say goodbye for real, boys. It's been fun. It's been a roller coaster, but we must bid adieu because the people need to go. They really do. So say your goodbyes, Marvelous Marvin, and thank you for the pick.
Guys, again, it was a pleasure for you guys to be with me. I enjoyed it. Love the fact that this movie made it in. It's a nice mind fuck. And until next time.
Short and sweet. I love it. I love it. That's great. All right, guys. And Smooth Effect.
All right. Well, this is Tommy James. They came as to Oh So Smooth. They came to Smooth Effect himself. This was pretty cool. I had a lot of fun watching it again. I definitely would like to watch it again. Probably in another 15 years, maybe I'll watch it again. And I'll still be mad that Ray Liotta was a fucking criminal, not just a cop. Again, you have to see it. It's definitely a great movie. I'm excited we're almost done with season 1, Mr. Malave. It's almost over. So be prepared for the next episode. It's going to be a mind fuck with boobs.
Ooh, yes. I love mind fucks, and I love me some boobs.
Boobs.
So I cannot wait for that. Like I always cannot wait for our next episode. So it's going to be fun. And this is Mr. Malave, a.k.a. Matthew Malave, your 4-time Who You Got champion. And I had a lot of fun putting Identity into the Flickbook. And of course, if you love what you're hearing and you want to be involved like Marvelous Marvin has been involved, go follow us on all our socials, Flickbook, Horror, all our socials, Instagram, we got TikTok now, Twitter, everything. And don't forget to like and share and subscribe so that way you're keeping up to date with all the new episodes that are coming out and you'll be the first to listen. So till next time, guys, we'll see you at the movies. Peace.
She just goes a little mad sometimes. We all go a little mad sometimes.